All right, this video is called Engagement, the first step in leadership. All right, let's start by reviewing what we mean by leadership at St. Mark's. It's got three essential parts: engaging, serving, and coordinating. We're going to talk about engaging today. It's involving ourselves with our communities with the intent to help. Serving is devoting our individual energy and skill on behalf of our communities, and coordinating is caring for our communities by inspiring and directing the efforts of people toward shared goals. So engaging is being in there, being positive, being alert, and adding positive energy. Serving is actually doing something for somebody else, you personally taking action to achieve some goal on behalf of the community. Coordinating is when you get a bunch of people and help them work together to accomplish a shared goal. And engaging is the gateway to leadership, because until you start by being there, being in a group, being present, you can't really serve. You can't understand things enough even to know what's wrong, and you definitely can't coordinate. So we view these as stages in the engagement of a community, uh, the leadership of a community. And you have to get involved purposely first. That's the gateway to leadership. We could also review thriving, because engagement in many ways is a gateway to thriving. So thriving is throwing yourself fully, enjoying and anticipating positively, the skilled work of your day and the relationships of your day, and the giving and receiving care with people, and then taking responsibility for your commitments and choices and autonomy. So thriving is competence, relatedness, and autonomy, and engagement gets you started on all of those, right? You have to build competence. You have to start with an interest. When you get involved and you engage, you can make relationships. Until you do, you can't. Um, the choice to engage, in a sense, is the first autonomous choice. I mean, there's lots of important choices to come later, but you have to start. That decision to start is a gateway to autonomy. And so by engaging a lot and deeply, you set yourself up to snowball into a life of thriving, where you're really pushing yourself at the limits of what you can do. And that's what thriving is. So there's like an infinite number of ways to engage, but just a handful, like getting out of bed. It's like the gateway of the gateway, right? You get out of bed, you face your day. It's like engaging your day. Being present at breakfast rather than just wolfing down your food and staring at your phone. Talking with friends instead of playing video games before school. Sitting up and paying attention in math class instead of just drifting. Participating in discussions in English class instead of just sitting there quietly. Joining chess club, joining the soccer team. There's many, many, many more possibilities, but these are just examples. So why engage? What are the benefits of engaging and doing so purposefully, not just randomly having it happen, but choosing to engage and choosing to engage more and more deeply? Well, you get more involved. You build skills faster, right? And skills are enjoyable. They're competence. They're a key aspect of thriving. You make more and better friends the more and more deeply you engage. And that's relatedness, which is a great part of thriving. You enjoy autonomy more. You're actually choosing to do stuff. You're not just always responding to demands to do stuff. You're actually choosing to get purposefully involved or more deeply involved. And that is feels good because it's your choice. And it's a gateway to all sorts of other activities. So you engage in soccer, and then somebody invites you to, one of your teammates invites you to be in like the mark or something. So you get involved in that, or invites you to philosophy club or something. You get involved in that. So involvement and engagement is one of the great ways to get more engaged and more involved, and it just snowballs. So there's no real official steps to engagement, but if you just want to follow the logic, you first of all, you just have to get involved, be there first, show up, and then be present, and not just be meet in the room, but to actually pay attention and smile and sit up and see what's going on and understand what the purpose of the community is. Um, then contribute your energy to the endeavor. Be positive in the group, right? If you can't serve yet in the group or coordinate because you don't understand it well enough, or you don't have time, or you're just so new, you could just be positively present in the space and make everybody else want to be there a little bit more. And then ultimately, you're going to claim the group. Like, this is my group. This is a group that I care about. And in turn, be claimed by it and belong to it. You get this great experience of belonging, and you hope other people belong too. And that's how engagement goes. So, there's two basic ways to engage more. That we'd love for you to think about. You could engage in a new activity. You can extend your engagement in a current activity. So extending engagement could be anything from, yeah, I show up in math class, but I don't really pay attention. I try to, get on instant messenger when I can. And I kind of am distracting when the teacher's not really vigilant in keeping me on task. So you could just extend your engagement by not doing all of those negative things, by being a positive presence in the room, by being prepared, by bringing your materials, by keeping other people on task, and just making it function in the way the community is supposed to function. That's just one way to extend engagement. Another way would be just to volunteer to do more stuff within the group, not yet really serving at that level or coordinating, but just being more positive in whatever ways that could be. You ask your teacher how you could help, or you just thank your teacher on the way out the room, or you show up early for practice and tell your coach how excited you are to be there. Little things. That's what engagement is. So, my personal engagement goals for the year, we're going to ask you to come up with some. Uh, my new one is to engage in my daughter's nursery school for the first time. This will be my first time as a parent, getting to know a school and being involved in a school with the other parents and teachers, and to see how I can help and make that a great experience for my daughters and all the other kids that are there. Excited about that. And then extending an engagement and learning how to teach online better. So working with Mr. Tholking, working with Mr. Clayman and Mr. Igo and Mr. DeSimile and Mr. Lang and other people in the online learning community to try to figure out how to do this better. And I'm already kind of good at it, but I want to get a lot more involved with the specifics and do a better job. So, in a bit here, we're going to ask what your new engagement might be. So, give that some thought. Which community do you want to extend an existing engagement in? Where are you not at your best in a room and in a group where you could make a bigger difference? Give that some thought. So, takeaways: you should be able to say what we mean by engagement. What are some examples of engagement? How is engagement the gateway to leadership? How is engagement the gateway to thriving? You should understand those. You should have an answer off the top of your head if somebody asked you. That would be great. That would really help you understand what we're doing with character and leadership here at St. Mark's, and move yourself down the field on that. How might you engage in a new activity and extend engagement in a current activity this year? You're going to be asked to come up with that here pretty soon.